This is the Colonial Theater in Sacramento, California. You picked an amazing night to watch us do what we do. It's a packed house. It's a great card. Thank you for joining us. This, my friends, is TWF. Rugged. Live Pro Wrestling comes your way February 5th, 2022 at the Eagles Hall in Modesto, California. The address there is 126 Camellia Way. Doors at 6 p.m., showtime at 7, $15 for adults and $10 for kids. It's always a great time in Modesto when we hit that town for live pro wrestling for all ages. Then we move forward on March 5th of 2022. It's a Saturday. Shamrock Showdown, Mountain House Bar and Grill, Live Pro Wrestling, 16784 West Grantline Road in Tracy, California. Doors at 6, showtime at 7, $15 for adults and $10 for kids. More all ages madness in the town of Tracy, Live Pro Wrestling. And then it all leads to Rio Mania 19, April 9th, 2022, Colonial Theater, 3522 Stockton Boulevard in Sacramento. Doors at 6:30, bell time at 7, $15 for adults and $10 for kids. You're gonna be there live and in person the next time we hit the Colonial Theater. And then there's that rescheduled show, I will remind you, is on the 16th of July at the VFW Hall in 580 Moffett Boulevard in Manteca, California. Doors at 6:30, bell time at 7. You're gonna be there in Manteca, all our friends in the 209 for that summer show. Well, tonight is the night that Lady Lindsey, finally in California, gets her hands on Reagan Grimez. This is a feud that goes across state lines and all over the place. They battle tonight from the Colonial Theater in Sacramento. And then, to kick things off, talk about a show stealer. Daniel Torch goes one-on-one with Titus Alexander in just a few moments from the Colonial Theater here in Sacramento. Athleticism on display from both individuals.
Freaking George, and this is Total Wrestling Federation Wreck the Hall! We have an awesome night of wrestling planned for you tonight. We got toys we're giving away to the Shredder Sun Food tomorrow, and oh, I think we're just going to have a really good time, don't you? Yeah! Well, by all means, let's start this party with the first match.
Thank you so much for watching what we do. This is the Colonial Theater in Sacramento, our greatest venue, our best venue. Fancy big new banner, opening contest. Out to a great ovation steps Daniel Torch. Daniel Torch, maybe on most nights, is the most athletic guy in the room. The most athletic member of the roster right there on most nights. However, tonight he faces an individual who's just as athletic as him, just as physically gifted as him. What will happen here tonight, only time will tell. We've seen him amaze crowds in towns all over with his skills between the ropes, but he's got his hands full here tonight. And this, my friends, is Titus Alexander. Big matches all over the place. Of course, he had a classic a few months ago in this building with his father, Big Ugly JD Bishop. Here tonight, however, different kind of opponent, different kind of situation. Titus has had big matches all over the country as of late.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. You see first to my right, from Motown, Modesto, California. Please give it up for Daniel Torch. And his opponent to my left, from West Sacramento, California. Please give it up for the future franchise, Titus Alexander.
Well, I've been waiting for weeks and weeks for this one, as has a very packed crowd at the Colonial Theater. Of course, you can see Titus with a size advantage. Both men extremely talented in the athletic department. Maybe Daniel Torch might be a shade quicker, but I don't know. And Titus uses that slight power advantage to get Torch down. Quick to recover is Daniel Torch. Front face lock. Titus gets out of it. And look at both men. You can't fly all over the ring. You can't utilize that nimbleness if you're stuck on your back, and Titus knows that. Early advantage. So evenly matched. Both men usually rely on athleticism to get by. Titus controlling that left arm. Using that leverage. Oh, look at Torch. Look at the reversal. So crisp, so smooth. Gets out of trouble. And Titus wow. Both men display amazing skills. Look at this. No explanation is needed for this kind of athleticism. Titus started with an advantage, but Torch had an answer every single time that Titus turned the tables. Wow. I said they were even, and that just explained it way better than I ever could with my words. Torch gets some control now with that headlock. Trying to bring him down a few inches. Nice leapfrog. One more time. Backflips out of trouble. There's an arm drag. And Titus had an answer. Rolls through. Body scissors. Wow. Just when you think Daniel Torch is going to turn that body scissors into an arm drag, Titus. Titus backflips his way out of trouble and gets himself. Oh, look at this. You see the leapfrogs, you see the athleticism on display. There's an arm drag. No explanation needed whatsoever. These two are so even. It's like staring at yourself in a mirror. Now Torch needs every advantage he can get. Here we go. Floats through the ropes, lands on his feet. Slingshot spear, and that's the first big move here tonight. After going toe-to-toe for several minutes, outclassing each other, Daniel Torch hits the first big high-impact. Couple of shots after that slingshot spear moments ago. Buries the shoulder into the midsection. And Titus Alexander feels the wrath. He's had a heavy wrestling schedule lately. He's been wrestling in Los Angeles, the Pacific Northwest, all over the place. That could have a burden here in his performance here tonight. Daniel Torch puts all his body weight into the anatomy. Left shoulder off the canvas, unable to secure three. But Titus's heavy, big-time wrestling schedule could be playing in right now. Daniel Torch forced him to tire out a little bit early. Use some of that energy.
No.
There's that strength advantage I alluded to. Puts him down with the body slam. A knee right on the face of Titus. Gets that right shoulder up, but every time he kicks out, he's expending energy. Every time he has to get those shoulders off the canvas, energy is expended. Daniel Torch knows that, the more experienced of these competitors. Uh-oh, sunset flip rolls out of it. Oh, what a shot. What a drop kick. That might be the best drop kick in pro wrestling today by Titus Alexander. And Torch cuts him off. What a knee, and then a backflip enziguri on the money by Daniel Torch. Oh, very close, but not quite a 3 count. What an exchange right there. What height. And just when Titus thought he had things handled, Torch with a knee right in the mush. Followed by the backflip enziguri, but unable to get 3 after that. So close. And these two are absolutely turning heads in every which way they can. We're going to show this from 100 different angles if we can. Good God! What a backflip enziguri, but not 3. Well, back to live action now, and both these competitors have taken a ton out of each other thus far, trying to outdo each other, outclass each other athletically to start things, but it's gotten very hard-hitting these past several minutes as Daniel Torch squeezing on the left wrist of Titus Alexander. That's that wrist control that I alluded to many times in the past. Vicious strikes now, knees by Daniel Torch. Titus collapses in the corner. Both these men are very well conditioned. They could go an hour out there if they had to. European uppercut executed by Daniel Torch. And Titus is bigger and stronger. And it shows itself right there. What a chop. He hurt his own hand on the chest of Daniel Torch. And nothing fancy about that. Kick him in the midsection, recover a little bit yourself, get some air in those lungs, and move on. Like I said earlier, Titus has a huge wrestling schedule. He's all over the place. Big time matches all over. The more energy he has to expend, it definitely favors Daniel Torch, in my opinion. Oh, he caught him. Uh-oh, tornado DDT, we've seen this before. Titus shoves him out of the way, avoids trouble. Running clothesline. Another, and Torch is hurt. Oh, up and over, kicked him in the face. Oh, what a German suplex. And Daniel Torch digs down deep and somehow gets the shoulders off the canvas. What a roll. After the spectacular kick, rolling German suplex. Dumped on his skull, but able to show some intestinal fortitude and not stay down. If that is not a testament to the heart and the guts of Daniel Torch, I don't know what is. Daniel Torch has had some big-time matches here lately in TWF with Vinny Massaro, with Titus Alexander, always steps up to the plate and always delivers. Titus Alexander, it's well documented, he's been all over the place. These two are so even athletically. It really comes down to who can hit. Oh, what a stomp. It really comes down to who can hit that big move at the right time, who can execute. Oh, what a shot. Something devastating at the opportune time to gain a victory. Spinning kick there by Titus. Back elbow in the corner. And not to be outdone, Daniel Torch follows him in. And once again, the game of one-upsmanship continues. Leaps through the ropes of the clothesline, and Daniel Torch might get the last laugh. Titus avoids the contact. Flips out of the bulldog, hits a super kick. Brainbuster! Is it over? Is it not over? Was that 2 or was that 3? Brainbuster by Titus Alexander. Front flipped out of that spike bulldog. Hit the super kick. Hit the brainbuster. But it was about 2 7/8, not quite 3. You see here, Daniel Torch was a half a second quicker. Titus avoided the contact though. A brainbuster! Wow, that was close. Damn close, but not quite 3. Not 3. That was about as close as it gets in a pro wrestling match. barely shoulder up by inches before the 3 count. A frustrated Titus Alexander now says it's time to polish him off. Oh, and he spiked him. That front bulldog driver, that bulldog spike that got him success before spikes Titus, but does not mean the end. And now Daniel Torch, look of frustration on his face. What does it take to put away each other? Michinoku driver! It's over. What a match! In a game of athletic, in a game of spectacular one-upsmanship, Titus gets the victory. Breathtaking display of athleticism. Here's the end. Jaw-dropping performances by both men here tonight at the Colonial Theater. They tore the house down. They tore the roof off this place.
Thank you guys so much.
Daniel Torch and Titus Alexander, this will not be the last time in TWF, I can guarantee you that. But in the end, Titus gets the win here in Sacramento. Live Pro Wrestling can come to your birthday party, private party, corporate event, or much, much more. Bring the action to your town. Email us at TotalWrestlingFederation@hotmail.com and we can discuss a way to make pro wrestling a reality at your particular event.
Vargas, I don't know who you're sucking up to get title shot after title shot. Become wreck the halls. I'm gonna show you why I am what I say I am, the main event. See, just like I showed Dave Wasted, I don't care about good little moments. I care about doing one thing, that's collecting belts and breaking hearts. And you already see I got the belt. I'm gonna break your heart. See, come wreck the halls. I have a big surprise for you and everybody else. I'll see you at the Colonial Theater.
Next week on this program, Tony Vargas battles Michael Sean one-on-one for the television championship. Michael Sean very, very confident moments ago, but he's got to face Mr. Ego next week on this program, so you better be watching. You will also see on this program next week CJ Dirt battle Christian Black at the Colonial Theater. Commissioner T Money has paid CJ Dirt to put a beat down. What will happen? Lady Lindsey, coming up next, will take on Reygan Grimez. They have a feud that goes all over the place. Tonight will be no different in their legacy of violence here at the Colonial Theater.
When I landed in jail, belonging to a union saved me 20% at All Pro bail bonds.
When my buddy called me to bail him out, I went to All Pro bail bonds. They give the military a 20% discount.
I needed my husband home with us, but I didn't have the money to get him out. That's why I went to All Pro bail bonds, because they let me make payments.
You never know when you'll need a pro. Call All Pro Bail Bonds, 888-845-BAIL, offering affordable payment plans plus military and union discounts.
¿Alguien ha sido arrestado? Llame sin compromiso. Nosotros le ayudaremos. Ofrecemos pagos de acuerdo a su presupuesto. No se preocupe más. Nuestros agentes son amables y profesionales. Llame a un experto. Llame a All Pro Bail Bonds.
Well, it was last week on this program that Dave Wasted lost the TV title at the hands of the American Degenerates. It was their fault. He had Michael Sean exactly where he wanted him. Cracked in the face with a giant flask. Michael Sean jumps on the opportunity and leaves the TV champion. But the proceedings were not done there. Dave Wasted was waterboarded, humiliated, and beat down by the American Degenerates.
No, CJ, no! CJ! Don't do it! No, we're gonna waterboard his ass! Y'all remember Cuba? Guantanamo! America! 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 Die by the bottle, Dave!
It was just a few months back in Stockton, California, that a dog collar to the face of Tony Vargas prevented him from winning the championship of TWF. Matt Freeman, Big MF, escaped barely by the skin of his teeth. And now, Mr. Ego, Tony Vargas, wants revenge. The hatred is real. Big MF, Matt Freeman, and Mr. Ego, Tony Vargas battle one-on-one in a dog collar match on February 5th, 2022 at Eagles Hall in Modesto, California. You need to be there live and in person to see what happens, to see the carnage, to see the blood feud come to a head. Buy your tickets now, facebook.com/TheTWF, Eventbrite. February 5th, 2022, Eagles Hall, 126 Camellia Way in Modesto, California, for all the carnage. Dog collar match, Big MF versus Tony Vargas. Be there live and in person. Get your tickets today. Well, you heard it. February 5th, Eagles Hall, 126 Camellia Way, live pro wrestling featuring a dog collar match with Big MF Matt Freeman versus Mr. Ego Tony Vargas. Doors at 6 o'clock, showtime at 7, $15 for adults and $10 for kids. You better be there, all ages, in Modesto. Then March 5th of 2022, it's an all-ages live pro wrestling show at the Mountain House Bar and Grill, 16784 West Grantline Road in Tracy, California. Doors at 6, bell time at 7, $15 for adults and $10 for kids, pretty much the universal price. It is an amazing venue in the Altamont Hills of Tracy, California. Awesome place. Then it all leads to April 9th, 2022, Rio Mania 19 at the Colonial Theater, 3522 Stockton Boulevard in Sacramento. Doors at 6:30, bell time at 7. It will be an amazing time in Sacramento. Every time we hit the Colonial Theater, it is always a great night for everyone. And then we just had to reschedule a show in Manteca, so the new date on that one, mark your calendars, is July 16th at the VFW Hall, 580 Moffett Boulevard in Manteca. Doors at 6:30, bell time at 7. Be there for live pro wrestling in Manteca. At all of our live pro wrestling events, you will see items for sale from Zombie Prevention Company. Great friends, great people. They've got board games, replica weapons, CBD products, and oh so much more. So, you could be like my son Leo, and every time that he shows up, he wants something, a Mario toy, a figure, a Minecraft sword. Do the thing. And then, if you ever want to watch an AEW pay-per-view in the Sacramento area, I recommend the Beach Hut Deli at 2535 Fair Oaks Boulevard. It's the best sandwiches, the best beer, the best camaraderie of wrestling fans in the area to watch the AEW pay-per-views is the Beach Hut Deli in Loman's Plaza in Sacramento. Indie Handshake has provided some of the images you see on your screen here tonight. We thank them. They have one of the best podcasts and YouTube pages with great documentaries of all Northern California wrestling. It's the Bump of the Moment, brought to you by 209 Pro Wrestling Academy.
Jesus!
Uranagi!
Oh my God!
And the Vigilance Committee are still tag team champions.
You can't send a woman to do a man's job. You know what? You don't have what it takes to be a degenerate. You ain't got the guts. You don't got the heart. You're no longer a degenerate. You're on the slide. Get up here when you're talking to you. Hey, pal, you mind your own business. Hey, you mind your own business.
And they just kicked her out of the group. And CJ tosses her down. Come on. Oh, who's that? Who's that?
Hey, Tracy, you guys want me to see me bust these guys in the head with this chair? Come on.
Well, he just came to the aid of Lindsey.
Without me. This is my hometown, baby. Nobody talks about Tracy. Nobody disrespects my people.
I've seen his social media.
In front of me.
That's the godfather of Swole. Oh no! And referee Ray gets annihilated in the corner. This is a travesty of justice. You see referee Ray gets wiped out. Oh, frog splash! Frog splash! Oh, come on, Ray! Wake up, Ray! Wrestlers between the two competitors. Cheap shot! Low blow!
Right in the forbidden zone. Hey, that was it! Ring the bell!
Wait, what? What? Lindsey's in the ring! Stunner! Oh, we've got everyone! It's a Pier 6 brawl! The locker room has emptied. It is a brawl among everyone. The 209 Pro Wrestling Academy presents the bump of the moment. Become a wrestler today. NLPW office at gmail.com for more information. Get trained for pro wrestling by Mr. Ego Tony Vargas in Sacramento several times a week, and then start working these shows in these towns. Well, Total Wrestling Federation at hotmail.com is our email. The number to text is 916-317-9999. You can advertise on our live events, on our YouTube TV show, on our social media. We're open for business and we can discuss something. We're a small business helping out other small businesses. Of course, you see on your screen the Stockton Arena. You will see action from that very arena in a few weeks on this television program. Well, this is the Colonial Theater. This is Sacramento. This is a picturesque, amazing venue where we do live pro wrestling for the masses, and you should be there on April 9th when we're there for the next time.
Every match from here on out is going to have to live up to that one, right? Yeah! Well, I think the two ladies that are getting ready to come out just might do that. And here we go!
Well, there's a hatred that exists between Lady Lindsey and Reagan Grimez that goes all the way to Washington. It goes all the way to Colorado. It goes all over the place, and it manifests here tonight in Sacramento. Reagan Grimez. Very unstable. Very unpredictable. Talk about a wild card. Here in TWF, that is it. Oh, look at that. Unhinged. You don't know what to expect from her other than the fact that she hates Lady Lindsey. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/the TWF for all of the information about what's going on in our world. Very self-evident that this crowd would love to see Lady Lindsey achieve some success here tonight. It's been a great night of pro wrestling. Thank you so much to all of us that join us at the Colonial Theater when we do our thing at this historic building.
Where is she?
And you can see the very, very crowd is anticipating the arrival of Lady Lindsey. And Lindsey gets better with every in-ring performance, gives 110%, has improved so much these past few years in TWF. This crowd can respect her growth as a performer, her growth as a competitor, but as you saw last week on this program, she was kicked out of the American Degenerates. What an ovation!
Your referee for this contest is Referee Ray. Introducing first to my right, from the realms of your nightmares, the unhinged angel, Reygan Grimez. And to my left, fighting on her right here in Sacramento, California.
Well, it definitely does not take a rocket scientist to tell you who this crowd wants to see get success here tonight, be victorious here tonight. The unhinged Reagan Grimez has something to say about that. Look at that, she's grabbing her hair. Trying to get inside her skull. Trying to play some mind games with Lindsey. Oh, this thing could end quick. Quick roll-up by Lindsey, unable to keep her down. Backslide, perhaps. Whoever can drop to their knees first will have that leverage distinction, that leverage advantage. Reagan Grimez, very smart, backflips out of trouble. Superior power of Lady Lindsey shows itself right there with the body slam. Splash in the corner, and Lindsey getting that early momentum here in Sacramento. Running bulldog. Well, Reagan Grimez, much to her credit, kicks out, gets out of trouble. Lindsey put the exclamation point on that early offense with the bulldog moments ago. Oh, half a second too slow in the corner. Bicycle kick across the jawbone, and Reagan Grimez propels her own body with a senton in the corner, and Reagan Grimez has taken control. Reagan Grimez saw an opening the size of a pea, took advantage, and now the punishment begins. Stiff kick to the spine, and Lindsey is reeling. Face first, meet top turnbuckle. Lindsey on Dream Street. Double knees to the face by Reagan Grimez. And Lindsey has the superior power advantage. Reagan Grimez, unorthodox, unhinged senton, followed by the double knees. It's an onslaught of offense by Reagan Grimez, comes to us from Denver, Colorado, all the way to Sacramento to get her hands on her nemesis, Lady Lindsey. Oh, that's a handful of hair. Come on, ref. Come on, referee. And she's choking her out with her own hair.
I think Lindsey might need a haircut.
And Reagan Grimez mocking this crowd. Lindsey gets to a vertical base, alleviates, and just when you think Lindsey's coming back, and there's another senton. Just when you think Lindsey's coming back, a handful of hair thwarts that. And Reagan Grimez had an answer for whatever Lindsey was going to try to pull out of her bag of tricks. And Reagan Grimez, the more experienced of the two competitors, and it's showing itself here and now. Another stiff stomp to the spine. Lindsey can't do any power moves if her spine is throbbing. Reagan Grimez knows that. These two have faced each other before. First time here in TWF, first time here in Sacramento. And Lindsey gets out of trouble. Oh, look at that. Yeah, there's a hatred there. Double clothesline. Both athletes had the same exact idea at the same exact moment, and both go down very hard with a double clothesline. Referee Ray with that mandatory 10 count. Whoever can get up first will have a distinct advantage. Will have a competitive advantage, in my opinion. And both are swinging haymakers. And look at Lindsey. And Lindsey is cooking with gasoline. Here we go. Oh, what a front power slam. But not quite three. Shows off that superior power with that front power slam. There's the double clothesline that floored both individuals. Lindsey capped it off with that power slam. Front slam, but not three. Oh, was that a headbutt? Was that a rake to the eyes, or was it both at the same time? Reagan Grimez putting her own body at risk with that headbutt. Oh, she went for a backstabber and failed. Reagan Grimez leaped on the back, went for the backstabber. It was not to be. Lady Lindsey had her scouted well, hung onto the top rope and avoided catastrophic circumstances. Now she's got her perched. Very precarious position. We've seen this before. What a head scissors. Down goes Grimez. And Reagan Grimez gets the shoulders up. Well, Lindsey's got her fireman's carry position. Reagan Grimez trying to get out of trouble. Oh, and she cinches on the choke. Choking out Lindsey from above. Oh, she turned it into a stunner. Quick thinking by Lady Lindsey. Turns that choke into a stunner. Gets the win. And a very dejected Reagan Grimez can't believe it. And these two have a hatred that goes beyond states. These two have a hatred. Reagan Grimez can't believe that Lady Lindsey innovated that choke into a stunner and got the win. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. It's Abigail Warren. What the hell is she doing there? Abigail just annihilated everything in sight. Abigail is not scheduled to be in the next match. What is going on? Well, Joe Gamble is out here. And Abigail does not care. Abigail has attacked Joe Gamble as well. These two train together. These two are ugly dojo. Come on. Abigail Warren has no regard for anyone but herself.
He wants a match with Joe Gamble right now. Abigail Warren has requested a match with Joe Gamble right now. Joe Gamble says yes.
Abigail could care less about anyone else. Abigail, not even slated for a match on this television program, just took matters into her own hands. Joe Gamble could not just sit in the back and watch that attack happen. Wanted to straighten things out, but Abigail had other motives. And here we are. We've got a main event. We've got a main event of this television program booked on the fly. Abigail Warren, La Bruja, versus Ice Cold Joe Gamble, former television champion. And Joe Gamble coming back now. Clothesline in the corner. Muscles over Abigail with the suplex. Only a 2 count. These two athletes did not prepare for each other. This was not on my format, but that's the unpredictable nature of pro wrestling sometimes. Joe Gamble with some shots on Abigail. La Bruja taking some big ones. And folds up Gamble with a shot to the face. Size 12 meet jaw, and Abigail has regained momentum. Joe Gamble gets folded up. Folded up like a piece of paper by Abigail Warren, and nothing fancy about that. Hands across the throat. Abigail had to harbor jealousy, resentment, everything you can think of for what was supposed to be our television main event. Abigail took matters into her own hands, made an attack. Joe Gamble tried to break it up, and here we are. Once again, hands across the throat seems to be the most potent offensive weapon this evening for Abigail. La Bruja, more like La Choke You Out. And Abigail could care less about anyone else but herself. Oh, gorgeous move. Sits out with a hip toss. Only a 2 count. Sits out with the hip toss for added momentum, for added leverage, for added violence. Nicely done moments ago.
Hold it for 3 and I'll give you the 3.
And there's, if truer words could not be spoken, Abigail says, "You're plotting against me." Abigail thinks the world is against her. I disagree. And Joe Gamble once again fighting from underneath, trying to sustain some offensive momentum here tonight. Colonial Theater, Sacramento. Oh, there's a splash in the corner. There's some momentum. And just when you think Joe Gamble has an answer, Abigail changes the questions. What a clothesline. Joe Gamble gets the shoulders off the canvas. Joe Gamble, who was television champion. There's that sit-out Beal, sit-out hip toss. And then once again, high, heavy, violent offense of Abigail has been the difference maker here this evening. Joe Gamble, who was television champion a few years ago, TWF, had to relinquish that title due to injury and never actually lost the title. Never actually had his shoulders pinned or submitted for the title. Then we had a pandemic. Then we all had other things going on in our lives, but Joe Gamble is back. Joe Gamble tried to do the right thing and now is eating some heavy-handed blows, some heavy-handed violence from La Bruja, Abigail Warren.
Here we go, baby, right here.
Uh-oh. What's on the agenda from Abigail? Oh no, momentum, momentum, here we go. Yeah, real funny.
That's a real athlete right there, baby.
Abigail mocking all these people. You thought you were going to see something spectacular, and she threw it right in your face.
You know about the Buffalo
Joe Gamble. Joe Gamble needs to get to a vertical base, needs to alleviate the pressure. Otherwise, it could be tap or snap time as far as he goes. Abigail, however, she has got momentum for most of this thing. For most of this contest has been controlled by a very motivated Abigail Warren. And Joe's coming back. These people want to see Joe stick it to Abigail. Shoulder to the midsection, and down goes Joe Gamble one more time. Both these competitors did not prepare for each other Very, very arrogant cover there. Well, look at this. Really? Really? Is that how we've chosen to live our life? Is that what we've chosen to do with our time in the ring? Chose to mock these people? Is that how it works? Well, Abigail has controlled 95% of this thing, in my humble opinion. Joe Gamble is no slouch. Joe Gamble's been television champion. Joe Gamble's gonna go for it. Oh, and down goes Abigail. Back elbow one more time. Power display there by the former TV champ. It might be time to hit that pay window. Here we go. Elbow on the heart. And not 3. Despite the elbow on the heart, Joe Gamble unable to put the finishing touches on La Bruja, Abigail Warren. These people wanted to see it. I wanted to see it. But it was not to be. Abigail, you have to give credit. You can't argue with success. Abigail has had a ton of it here in TWF over the years. Felt like she had been slighted, not being in the main event this evening, and here we are. There's a headbutt. Oh, Gamble floats over. And Joe Gamble wins it! Joe Gamble finds a way. 3 seconds quicker, 3 seconds better, and Abigail can't believe what just happened. Joe Gamble came out here and tried to talk some sense into Abigail. It was returned with violence, and Joe Gamble gets an improvisational victory here at the Colonial Theater in Sacramento.